Hello. Hi, Avery. Can I get an audio check, please? Turnabout Forsaken. I don't know if this is the last one or not, because usually they have 5, but we'll see, I guess. Welcome in, Epic Pikachu. Turnabout Forsaken. I hereby call this meeting to order. Audio sounds good? Okay. Thank you. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Are you... Why are you wearing that raincoat? No! Ah! No! My child. Dun dun dun. Kay did not deserve that. Will you please stop pacing, Detective? You're kicking up dust. Not the salute. But I swept the floor 3 times already! Then sweep it a 4th. You're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth! How could you just stand there cool as a cucumber? He has another job lined up for him, Gummy. It's okay. We don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Judge Cavell pretty much spelled it out. Truly, you are proving to be quite a threat to the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. As such, you give me little choice but to report back on your continued transgressions. No doubt you will be called to appear before the committee in due course. She said that I would be called to appear before the committee, nothing more. Well, I don't care. I won't stand for it. What if we never get to work together again? I'd have thought you would welcome the prospect, Detective. No, why would you say that? After all, it would mean you could work with someone less problematic. Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean. Because I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor, you hear? To become a defense attorney, huh? The circumstances of my father's death set me on a path to becoming a prosecutor. But I'd only been interested in the law to begin with, thanks to my father as well. In his work as a defense attorney. Are you gonna keep fighting crime as a prosecutor, or help people out as an attorney? Something tells me you got a big decision ahead of you. One only you can answer. Are you listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this! Really, Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows? The next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessments. Huh, really? So, no more instant noodles? Oh, poor guy. I mean, no! What are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff! But you thought about it, didn't you? If only for a moment. We're busy in here! Come back later! And just what are you gonna do about it, Gumshoe? This is true, he can't really do anything about it.
Hey there! Is the prosecutor in? Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth?
Look, pal, what part of we're busy don't you get? Wait outside and I'll be with you in a bit.
Ooh, that's not good. Your face is as red as a tomato. Red face, gritted teeth. Let's see.
Yeah, I said we're busy.
Wait, that's it! Stomach cramps, right? No need to worry. It's nothing an injection can't cure. Now roll up your sleeve for me. It won't hurt. Much.
No thanks, pal. I'm healthy as can be. And who might you be?
Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? The name's Needler. Florence Needler. I'm a nurse at Hertz Hospital.
Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room?
Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. Are you feeling all right? Suffering from a severe headache? I could give you an injection that'll...
I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please just tell us what you're doing here?
Huh? Oh, sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. Wait right there. I'll go grab her.
her who she brought along. She's here from a hospital. Maybe it's a patient. Someone you cut down to size with your trademark rapier wit? Malpractice? True. And what exactly is that supposed to mean? See? That right there, sir. When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Surely he's exaggerating. After all, it's the look I always give him and nothing's happened so far. Oh, he believes him. Also, wasn't Edgeworth's chess pieces red and blue?
Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. Well, thoughts?
No. Thoughts on what? Don't recognize me? There's something about her. Something familiar. This had your name on it. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. So I thought, just maybe? So you really did put somebody in the hospital? Don't be ridiculous, detective. Baby deserves better, it's so true. Well, look, sir, your name's right there on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day. Be that as it may... I'm so sorry.
What she's trying to say is, she has amnesia.
Amnesia?
Yes, at least that's what they tell me. Her parents must be so worried about her. I bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. You gotta feel for them.
Bruh. Do I, though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me. Whoa! Tough break. But don't you worry, alright? Who's gonna tell her real? Oh! Since you had his card, that means you really must know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. So just sit back and we'll take it from here. Right, sir? At the very least, we might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Now that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss. You're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember? Not a miracle worker. Who are you? Where do we even start? So, do you remember your name, miss? I'm sorry.
She's been like this since she came in yesterday.
So she's only been in the hospital for a day.
No way! That's amazing! How did you figure it out so fast?
Ugh. How can one person be so emotionally draining?
They found her wandering around late last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find.
Did you find anything apart from my business card?
Nothing with her name or home address. Oh, wait a second. She was wearing this. It's a pretty unique design, right?
This pin. What the heck? They'd never let her out of the hospital in that condition. I know, she was literally kidnapped out. That Yatarasu pin. Does that mean... But it can't be. Kay, is it really you?
Kay?
Yatarasu pin that Kay always wears. It's you, isn't it, Kay?
I'm... Kay.
Come on, Kay! You really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy! That's what you always call me.
Gummy? But you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? I'm so sorry. I can't believe I feel so guilty now.
What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her. Careful, detective. You wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. Make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Not that he's wrong exactly, but...
So, what kind of person was I before?
Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're bright and fun and full of energy, and... Oh yeah, you're a great thief.
A great thief?
There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dressers or vaults, and...
Steal? But that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Maybe I lost my memory as some sort of punishment.
No, that's not what I meant at all.
I don't think that did her much good, sir. But it sure explains one thing. Look at these gloves. They're just the kind a person like that would wear. Hey, that outfit! It's what she was wearing when they found her. We had to get her to change out of it and put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them.
There's something on this part here.
What is that emote? Scary.
Could it have something to do with how Kay lost her memory?
I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they can figure out.
Please do, Detective.
Boy, they really are some thiefy clothes, huh? I'm a criminal.
You may be a great thief, but you've never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal.
If you say so.
Perhaps we better leave it there for now.
You don't say it. You don't say emote? That's crazy. Memory loss. I'm sorry. I wish I could remember who you are. How do we know each other exactly?
Well, that is, how do I put it into words?
You're Prosecutor Edgeworth's assistant. I am? So, a prosecutor is the head of some sort of great thief network then? No, not quite.
Last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. Was the pin the only item on her person when you received her, Nurse Needler?
There were a few other things, but I doubt any of it will be of much use to you.
I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show them to us?
Whoa, where did that come from? Well, alright then. In no particular order, I present... Jamming Ninja Mask. Was she at a show or something? Miss K. Faraday. Dear Kay, don't worry, I'll make sure you something your precious thing back. Rosie.
A letter, and it's addressed to Kay.
Next, a ticket stub. And finally, Big Building. The viewing platform entry ticket. Student, $6. A fake flower! The kind people like to spruce up their bathrooms with, too.
It's a corsage, Detective, and they're usually worn by women.
And that's that. So, anything useful in there? Couldn't resist making a dumb joke, that's crazy. Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them.
I should take a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance.
Ugh, this is bad. How do we get Kay's memories back? Okay, hold. We're looking. We're peeping. Nothing there. Dear Kay, don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back. Rosie. Big building, viewing platform entry ticket. April 4th, 7:28 p.m., student. We can't just let her stay like this forever.
Calm down, Detective. I have an idea.
You know? I knew you'd come to the rescue, sir. So, what is it?
Look closely at the ticket stub.
Oh, it's for the viewing platform at the top of the big building. Big building? You know the place? Everybody knows it, silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say that if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever.
This is yesterday's date, and the ticket is only valid on the date specified.
Plus, it's a stub. That means she used it, right?
I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find?
Now? Just like that?
The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps.
But what about your thing with the committee?
It's not for a little while yet. We have time.
Great, so can I leave Kay with you?
That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay?
Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alright then, back to work I go. And if you need anything, feel free to give me a holler at Hertz Hospital, okay? I could come running with a syringe or 3, wherever you might happen to be.
Yes, thank you. I doubt we'll be needing that particular service.
I should invite Phoenix up there. Did I say that out loud? Bruh. Where is Phoenix? We're supposed to see him at some point, but is it this case or is there one after?
Now then, Detective, shall we get going? You too, Kay.
Yes, sir!
Yes, of course. They're just gonna let Kay wander around in hospital clothes?
So according to this pamphlet, the big building's 50 stories high. It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform up top is the only part that's open to the public.
There is one after this? Okay, that's what I thought. Because usually there's 5.
Here, this one's for you, sir. They were handing them out for free in the ticket area.
How very kind of you, Detective.
Contains a cross-section of the building and a plan of the viewing platform.
Alright, I think it's time we headed inside.
Look out! The big building! It's about to fall!
We gotta do something!
No, please! I'm begging you! Stop!
Ugh! It's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid. Cut.
I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie. So, could you,
Yes, I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective?
Sorry. Really had me there for a sec.
Yeah, whatevs.
Hey, director guy, can we take 5? I can't work under these conditions.
I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, gosh. So, they stopped the building from falling down? That's good.
Wish we had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Wait, I wanna peep the floor plans. Tree and stand. Very good.
Whoa, get a load of that view! Feel the sun on your face.
Eek! The wind is very strong up here.
That's okay. You just stand behind me or Mr. Edgeworth here. We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away.
Speak for yourself.
Edgeworth, do you want to be small?
Well, Kay, does this place bring back any memories?
I'm not sure. Have I really been here before?
Perhaps simply encouraging her to talk will help. Kay, please. Any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue we can use.
Alright. I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but...
Petite edgy, that's crazy!
What I remember. I still can't be sure if I've even been here before. It's so high up, and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry.
Oh, nice, huh?
I'm sorry. I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember.
You have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself.
Listen, sir, maybe just this once, try not to be so intimidating, okay? Or at the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her.
Nobody asked for your opinion, Detective.
Right.
Hold it!
Well, this ticket stub says otherwise.
But I don't remember. I don't remember coming up here at all. Imagine Edgy's but small. Cause like, game 1, his sprite is humongous. His shoulders, so broad. Bro's built like a truck. I can't even imagine wanting to come here.
Hold it!
Kay used to love places like this, though.
But am I really her? I feel dizzy just taking a look around.
Edgeworth said, who asked, yeah?
I don't even think anyone should be allowed up here. What if an old person fell? Or a child? It doesn't bear thinking about.
There's a fence all around us, and it's plenty high. There's really no need to worry.
Say so.
Hold it!
If nothing's coming to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all?
Let's see. Ah, cherry blossoms.
Go on.
I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. it was raining. I remember now. And there was a red something.
So it was raining, and she was underneath a cherry tree, and she saw something red from where she stood. What?
Was it something I said?
No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we can explore it further.
Hold it!
Hi, Lucy.
This something red. Can you tell me any more about it?
I'm not sure. It was just a red thing. That's all I can say.
What can we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps?
A stand? A red concession stand. Yes! I think that was it. Somebody was walking towards me from beyond it.
And then what happened?
Then, I'm sorry.
That's alright. You could just add what you've told us to your testimony.
There was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand.
From where?
But I will save.
Objection!
You say that you saw someone over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking towards you.
Yes, I could see them getting closer.
Are you sure it wasn't a ghost?
No! It was a person! I'm sure of it!
But from where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to have been floating in midair, hundreds of feet above the ground. So how on earth could it have been a person?
Eek! I'm not lying. I promise. Hi. Wanna come here? Somebody red. The stand? Somebody red. And they were on the other side. They were walking towards me, getting closer and closer. And then they ah!
Okay, what's the matter? You're alright, we're here. Whatever it is, it can't hurt you.
I was pushed, and I fell by a person in a red raincoat.
A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air. And who supposedly pushed her off the building? Oh, and who supposedly pushed her off the building? None of this makes any sense. Not the least of which, nobody could fall from this height and survive.
He remembers a person coming from beyond the concession stand and pushing her off the building.
Attention everyone, please stay right where you are. What's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. Mind filling me in?
Yes, sir. A body's been discovered here in the building, sir.
A body?
Whose body exactly? Not sure, but we're still working on it. But what we do know is that the victim is a young woman, and that her name is Kay.
What the blazing?
So, 2 Ks. Kception, indeed. Wait, this room. Officer, isn't this...
Yes, sir. This is the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now?
I knew that they'd moved out of the Prosecutor's building, but I had no idea that they'd come here.
Yay! Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, and Kay too! How are you all doing? Is Kay feeling any better?
We heard there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this be?
This is my grandma. Hold on 1 second. Name's Hilda Hertz, Sonny. And who the heck might you be? Ahem.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name Hertz. Is she...
Yup, she's the director of Hertz Hospital.
This old fogey woman is the head of a hospital.
Don't you old fogey me, you dang reprobate.
How did she do that?
Whoa, sounds like you're some kind of a big deal, ma'am.
Oh, that's not true. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl. The one with amnesia.
It seems Dr. Hertz is a bit of an introvert.
Want me to fix those brow furrows of yours, Sammy?
Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright incurable.
You're sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Well, alright then. Now, I don't got a dang thing more to say to none of ya. You go on about your business, you hear? As long as that business don't involve messing with the deceased body, I got work to do.
An autopsy? Right here? Ma'am?
Wait, please,
Not a dang thing, I tell ya.
Hey, you can't talk to us like that. Who gives you the right, huh, pal?
Oh, didn't I mention? Grandma's also a coroner. She's in charge of this case, which means, ouch! Which means exactly that.
What do you mean? Exactly what?
How am I supposed to know? She said it, not me.
Huh? It's like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape.
Well, we got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care.
What the heck is their deal?
what does it matter as long as we have permission to investigate?
What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir.
What'll you do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? Right, let's get to work.
That person over there is called Kay, right? Surely that means I can't be the Kay you know.
That's what we're looking to figure out, but don't worry. You're the Kay we know. I'm certain of it.
Thanks.
A Kay who lost her memory, and a victim who shares her name. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our Kay's memories. I'd stake my life on it.
Okay.
An enormous semicircular desk with seating for 11. It almost reminds me of a certain legend.
I know the one, sir. The Knights of the, Brown Table, right? Whoops, guess that wasn't it. The Newts of the Brown Table? The Knives of the Brown Stable?
The girl doesn't even look like
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
further and further from the mark, but I'll refrain from rubbing his nose in it for now.
I see a blood stain.
It's a statue of the goddess of justice.
You sure know your stuff, sir. So, does she dole out blessings or what?
She's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword, retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality.
A blood.
There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it is spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed.
But the body's on the table behind us, sir. How come?
I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder.
Whoa, this is one big statue. What's it even for?
The goddess of justice stands in judgment over the committee's proceedings against corrupt prosecutors. And if I'm not very much mistaken, it's a Paul Halik original.
You mean the victim from the IS-7 incident, sir? Mr. Artie Frost?
No matter how murky his name or morals were, there's no denying his skill. This is a genuine work of art.
I heard someone... I heard someplace that a lot of good artists are neither geniuses or eccentrics. What do you think he was? Or either geniuses or eccentrics. Which one do you think he was?
I don't know about Halik, but Larry is definitely an eccentric.
What a mean thing to say.
Can I... Is that it? Yes, okay. Yeah, okay. Can't be easy reading books that size, or lifting them for that matter.
And the committee only just moved. It must have been quite the undertaking.
Hauling stuff around is kind of my forte. They should have given me a call.
Well, if we run into the chairman, I'll be sure to ask if there's more heavy lifting to be done.
I was joking, sir. I can't be carrying stuff up 50 flights of stairs. I have a real job to do.
I was joking too, detective. But why were you planning on taking the stairs? Gumshoe is so dumb. So cute.
Sorry, but we're kind of busy right now. Grandma's still looking at the body. You stay the heck out of my way, you hear? So could you give us a few more minutes?
Of course. We'll come back and examine the body ourselves later after she's done. Officer, tell me about the security arrangements for this room.
Yes, sir.
But he's our lovable idiot.
Exactly.
Need a special keycard to enter, sir.
Interesting. So not just anybody can enter.
A security keycard is needed to enter the committee chamber.
In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been...
Yes, sir. A member of the committee. They found it when they arrived for today's hearing.
the hearing. My hearing. Which would be underway right now if it wasn't for this.
Who is this? Sorry to intrude. My queen?
Huh? What's that, Grandma? I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you two know each other.
It has been too long, Grandma Hertz.
Aw, she calls her Grandma.
And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What is she doing here? Franziska von Karma. She's the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days, she's mainly working with Interpol, though I thought she was supposed to be abroad.
Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I follow, no matter where in the world that might be.
Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes?
You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it has been destroyed and its ill-gotten goods recovered.
So the smuggling ring is involved then?
That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
I see she means to be as helpful as ever.
Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here, scene's all yours.
In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves too, if you don't mind.
I mind plenty. I remember where I heard about you now, you dang varmint. I don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get. Just remember it's not me saying this stuff, okay?
Please, Granny. It's important.
Who you calling a granny, little missy?
Eek! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Franziska, I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see this body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay.
As in, Kay Faraday?
Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us.
I don't know what you're up to, but very well. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later.
We owe you, sir, big time.
I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy.
Ah!
Well, Grandma Hertz, will you allow them to examine the body? I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hun, but are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure you're sure?
Of course I'm sure. It is my prerogative to judge the whole world in my name. That's just common sense. Of the extremely arrogant sort, perhaps.
Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay?
Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge.
Bro is salty.
Calm down, Edgeworth.
Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her.
I think we knew that already, Detective. Our case standing right over there, after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit.
She could be. She worked at one of the offices here in the building.
Perhaps, but for now she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay?
Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe this?
This book.
What the? That's Kay's promise notebook. It's where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Haven't seen this in a while.
Indeed.
Kay's promises to Daddy. Promise 1. Never take things from a stranger. Promise 2. Never go anywhere with a stranger.
A book of vows made by a child to her father.
Promise 3. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Promise 4. Never cry in front of strangers. Promise 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand.
What exactly is it doing here?
Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station.
What? Evidence went missing from police custody.
Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice.
What could this mean? And why did it turn up here of all places? You there. What do we know about this notebook, officer?
The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time.
So that's how she became Kay.
Talk about a red herring! Still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though.
If only we had a few more leads on the victim's true identity. It seems she suffered a serious burn on her hand at some point.
You think it had something to do with how she died?
No, the scar's too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you please open her hand for me?
Yes, sir, right away. What is that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card, probably from a store. Ouch!
It's a key card.
Why, sir, why?
The question we should be asking is, what does it open?
Keycard carried by the victim, what was it used for?
Gee, I don't know, maybe the room?
There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric.
Whatever it was, looks like it was torn off pretty roughly.
It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket.
Nothing except for this hole right here.
By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp.
Can't keep your coins in there now. They'd all fall right out.
Have you never heard of a change purse, Detective?
Sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right?
I give up.
Think this could be the murder weapon?
A 3-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes.
Candle album?
Not quite, Detective. A candelabrum. A candle holder, in other words.
Ah, I gotcha. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back, and I had to live by candlelight for a whole month.
Who does that in this day and age?
A 3-armed candle holder that may have been the murder weapon, judging by the wounds to the victim's chest. I don't know, Edgeworth. Maybe he had to do that because you don't pay him enough.
Pure white jacket with a deep red stain on its lapel. This jacket. The buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side.
What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no?
Not on women's clothing. Traditionally, the buttons would be on the left.
Like I always say, sir, you sure know your stuff.
This is common knowledge, Detective. Nothing else seems amiss. Wait, what's this in the pocket?
Pair of gloves, also white.
They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. The victim's hair is caked with blood.
Looks like she was hit with something, huh?
Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further.
I wanted to look at this hand, but I guess it's not important. Alright.
Eureka!
Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim.
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric.
Indeed. Let's make a closer comparison.
The torn edges match up exactly. You got one heck of an eye, sir.
Torn from the victim's clothes.
The flower belonged to the victim.
This implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect.
What? There's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine it. There isn't a murderous bone in her body.
Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion.
For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth?
For better or worse, yes.
Let's talk to Francie first.
Yes, what is it?
Notice anything?
A murder in the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. This is serious. I did you the favor of allowing you to investigate further. I'll be expecting results. And you'll get them. Would I still be here if I didn't think I could deliver? Come to think of it, why were you here in the first place? So she doesn't know I was summoned before the committee.
That's a long story, longer than the nighttime, and deeper than the sea. How about we save Mr. Edgeworth the trouble and I'll tell you myself?
On second thought, I don't care why you're here. What's important is that we solve the case in front of us. Agreed? Wholeheartedly.
Wait, but you were the one who asked in the first place, sir!
What's that saying again? Whip first, think later.
But can't you make it the other way just for me?
What are you doing here, Francisca? I thought you were working abroad on something with Interpol. Wouldn't you like to know? But that's top secret, and I have neither the need nor the obligation to tell you. I thought she'd say as much. Anyway, never mind that. Where's the prosecutor in charge of this case? Not that I know who's been assigned, but I was hoping they'd take care of the legwork for me. Yet they haven't even bothered to show up. What in the world could they be doing?
Ouch! I'm not the prosecutor's keeper, sir!
It's hardly fair to whip people who don't deserve it, Francisca. What use is a whip if you don't use it, And who better to use it on than anybody who isn't giving 110%? I may not know who's been assigned yet either, but I 110% feel for them already. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be acquainted with Dr. Hertz. How very astute of you, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, I know her. Once upon a time, Never mind. She doesn't seem keen to talk about it. Perhaps I'd better leave it for now.
What happened, sir? What happened once upon a time? You can't not tell us now! Ouch!
Only a foolish fool foolishly pries into another person's business. Now hold your tongue, Scruffy, or you'll get more than a mere tongue lashing. It's a bit late for that. Spare the whip, spoiled the child. A whip in time saves 9. Didn't you go to school, you whipless wonder?
Eek!
Yes, it seems that leaving it alone was the right choice after all. Okay. I would imagine that the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you?
Let me go find out, sir. I'm back! They found some details on the keycard in the security system. It's for this room, just like you said.
So the victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. A keycard that grants entry to the committee chamber, found in the victim's hand. Yippee! It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim. Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure?
Of course we're sure. What are you talking about?
Thank you. And that person lying there? Is someone you may have murdered, but that's all we can say for now.
No, there's no way she did it! Isn't that right, sir?
Indeed. I don't believe the Kay we know could have done something like this. You're becoming a real softy, Miles Edgeworth. Is this Winner? Well, look who it is again! Ugh, I know that voice. I was right. With a winning smile and the #1 name in the business, it is I, Prosecutor Eustace Winner. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth! I didn't call for you, and I don't need you! This case is mine! It's what the victim would have wanted! Squishy Worth, soft Worth. You knew the victim. Sebastian! So it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will! Now that I'm here, everything is going to be alright. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them— Eek! Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with him. Francisca von Karma, I presume? My apologies. I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel at your service. And the deceased in this case is Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. I see. That would explain the keycard. So you're the lead prosecutor.
Yup, which means this case will be solved in—
You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy.
If you want to know my name, all you have to do is— Ow!
Stop babbling and tell me, now!
It's Eustace. Eustace Winter.
I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular room.
Mr. Guy in charge, here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth.
This isn't a game, Mr. Winner.
Alright, that's me done. See you next stiff. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died.
Eustace?
It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Gavel?
It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want to strain your voice after all. That would be a tragedy.
Initial findings of Dr. Hilda Hertz. Cause of death, stab wounds to the chest. Head injury sustained post-mortem. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer, and though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct?
I like how Verity could recognize her. Maybe it's a girl thing.
You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcefully. And as if further confirmation were needed, there it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine.
Fine! This is anything but fine, Kay!
I still don't remember anything. So, maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman and I just don't remember.
The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield, not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations.
Then allow me. Prepare to be hit with a face full of detective genius, Edgeworth. Why I think Kay did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody is me. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday's the murderer, no doubt about it. She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving, which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer.
Deductive genius? That was a total mess.
And if Detective Gumshoe is saying that, you know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you have explained exactly nothing.
True, but we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either.
It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You just gotta believe in him.
My deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know.
Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do so, I will be sure to freely let you know.
Hold it!
There are two major flaws with the statement you just made.
Flaws? In a statement of mine? I don't make mistakes. It's literally impossible.
And that's a third flaw right there.
You're just trying to confuse me. It's a cheap tactic even for you. Well, it won't work, because I'm the world champion of not getting confused. So there.
Hold it!
Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail?
Well, if you insist. Prepare to be wowed, Edgeworth. I figured it all out before anybody else even had the chance. Before I even saw the scene. No, before I even heard about the case. I knew it right away. She did it. She's the murderer. It can't be anyone else.
your grounds.
Yes, sorry. I was just getting to that.
Hold it!
Oh, really? And what was it she was trying to steal?
Well,
A file. A very particular file. One pertaining to your professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth. And you can prove that she needed this file badly enough to steal it.
Overruled.
Oh, there'll be no need to go into that. Will there, Mr. Prosecutor? No, that, won't be necessary. Please, Mr. Winner, continue.
bruh, tell Franzi it's fine.
Hold it!
And you have proof that it could only have been Kay who committed the murder.
Nope.
Then might I suggest that you tried looking into other possible suspects with all due haste? For that, I believe, would be the winning approach here.
The winning approach?
Overruled.
According to the reports we've received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement. So you're accusing Kay based on that alone, a little tenuous even for you. And suggesting that there are other possible suspects when there clearly aren't, isn't? Ugh, if only I had something that could prove Kay didn't do it. This is obviously a setup, plain and simple.
You don't have to.
It's alright, Kay. The truth will come out, I promise. I just need you to give me some time.
Okay.
Kay isn't capable of murder. There's no way she killed Miss Ringer. But I have to prove that somehow. Or she'll remain a suspect. Okay.
She can't sneak in here because she doesn't have a key card.
Objection!
Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winner? It certainly sounds like you are.
What can I say? Winners know where winners go. I'm number 1, and 2, and 3.
In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate.
Why do you always have to make fun of me?
You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card.
What do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You'll need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame? Eek!
Mr. Winner, do you really even suspect Kay?
Of course I do. She did it. Faraday's the killer.
Then perhaps you could tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as this, without a key card.
There was yeah.
A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have key cards. Therefore, only they can enter. Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? Please, take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. As you can see, the door to this room was opened at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's keycard.
You're a third-rate prosecutor with a fourth-rate argument. Crazy! Edgeworth has no... he does not pull any punches, especially when it comes to Eustace. It's kind of crazy. You've got beef. Record of keycards used to enter the committee chamber.
We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer, and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement?
He deserves it. He does need to be shown his place. This is true.
It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another.
Yeah, and Kay didn't know the woman. I'm sure of it.
Overruled.
How could you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, Detective. There's no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at the crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required.
In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Faraday and Rosie Ringer knew one another?
But of course. What? I have here a letter.
Rosie, thank you so much for agreeing to help with my plan.
Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket. Another of the victim's possessions, and you kept this to yourself until now. You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why?
It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night. What now, Gavel?
It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thank you so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Kay. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room in which we are standing. No! Wait! So your principal suspect is... Miss Kay Faraday, for the second crime as well as Miss Ringer's murder. I'm the... principal suspect?
Don't listen to her. It's all lies. All of it. You're not like that. You never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of.
Then how do you explain the letter, Detective? Unlike Mr. Winner, I suspected that Judge Cavell herself had some proof to support her accusation, but I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive.
Nicely done, Cavell.
Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet. I still have questions, and you'd better have answers. Would you mind if I handled this, Eustace?
Be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground.
I can't let them steamroll me on this. I have to find a way to take back the advantage. Kay's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Faraday had asked for Miss Ringer's help in a plot of some kind. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer.
She's good. Better than ever, even. Think you can take her down, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course. Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time.
Hey, whose side are you on, sir?
There's only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth. Oh, she's grown so much. Look at her.
Uh-oh. Looks like the kid's got something to say. Well, if there's only one side to be on, then it has to be on the winning... Ah! Quiet, you.
My thoughts exactly. They're bullying him. Okay. Preliminary findings place time of death at some time late last night. Cause of death is a set of 3 puncture wounds on the left side of the chest inflicted by a candle holder. Aha! The left side. You mean where they found the note, which has no holes in it? Sus. Got him. So the victim kept the most vital clue of all, closest to her heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard, and even then, they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true, and it told us that Miss Faraday is her killer. I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor, or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you.
Hey, you take that back!
Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means. If I recall correctly, the victim was stabbed on her left side. No! Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim that the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket.
Right where she was stabbed by the candle holder.
Indeed. 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one to the letter. Oh, and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, no? Well, Judge Cavell, how do you explain that? Because I could think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went through a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us. And that someone is the real culprit, who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! It's clear that the culprit intended to frame Kay, by means of that letter.
And you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. No, Faraday did it. The letter was in her other pocket. Yeah. Huh? Seriously? The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever reported it must have meant her there left. Ah! Stop your foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool, or you're just that incurably foolish. Why do you keep whipping me? And stop making fun of my deductions. Yeah!
There, I saved you the trouble of disciplining him. Yes, even though I had no intention of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests it had been placed somewhere on her left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistaken report. Not unless the report was given by you.
Say something!
Are you sad for your son, Avery?
No objections. Good. Then allow me to continue.
Honestly based, Francisca, for once. It's so funny how selective she is about who she whips.
So, we've established the existence of a second suspect.
No, we haven't! The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten in apart from Verity and Ringer?
He's being bullied, he really is. They hate him, the siblings are ganging up on him.
Whoever it was would have needed a keycard. Judge Cavell proposed that the killer enter the room together with the victim. But what if there was something questionable about the very basis of her theory itself? This piece of evidence points to another suspect other than Kay.
There are two numbers, guys. This one right here. They stayed here for like almost 3 hours, but it's fine.
Take that!
Look again at the keycard record provided by Judge Cavell a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m., but you will note that someone else's keycard is also listed.
A mystery person who could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim, you mean? This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility.
Except, I'm afraid it is.
And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor?
My evidence? I am the evidence, Detective. It was my keycard.
Yay! Now we know.
There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please, is there? Perhaps not, but there's also not the exonerating evidence that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague.
Overruled.
What utter nonsense! What would I have to gain from killing her?
Objection!
I'm sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had.
Overruled.
I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? I used my keycard, that much is true, but my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Then perhaps you'd care to tell us why. I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make.
Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me.
I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. But I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. Hearing, she must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me, to relieve me of my badge.
Is this father?
All right, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and our tongues sharp, especially when we're young, but that'll do for now. Who in the...
It's Papa!
Ah, really takes me back to the days of my youth, back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life. You'll have to forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, I can't stop them. Chairman Winner.
Bro looks like a freak. He is a freak, but he's a fun freak. Look at all his badges.
Winner. Ah, Verity, my girl. Do you ever stop working? Your dedication puts us all to shame. And is this young Francisca I see before me? Dear child, when did you get so big?
A scrawny mop? That's crazy.
Uncle Winner, it's been far too long.
Uncle!
And so formal. I thought we were like family. You used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winner! Uncle Winner! At the top of your little lungs. But time goes by so very fast. One can't help but shed a tear.
Dad! What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered and you're in charge of the case, my boy.
What is this? Bring your pops to work day?
Silence! Do you have any idea who he is? This man is practically the right hand of the goddess herself. A former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really.
Do you see the water in his goggles? Oh my gosh.
Allow me to apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am Miles Edgeworth, correct? And your little subordinate, Dick Gumshoe. I am Excelsius Winner, father to this idiot boy, among other things. My wife and I were so happy when he was born. And now she's gone too. Heaven only knows to where.
Dad, here, use my handkerchief.
A rude reel. Thank you, son. You're a good boy, in your own silly way. Like father like son, I suppose, though it's hard to say who's the bigger fool. Well, Verity, how goes the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect, 1K Faraday. We are currently trying... You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it. Or have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you, that was just a mix-up. They got the wrong pocket. Yeah!
Don't test my patience. All right, that's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we? I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apologies. I think you've all made your cases very clearly. All except for you, Eustace.
What? But, Dad!
We're prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, I know all about your relationship to the accused. Thick as thieves seems pretty apt based on what I've heard.
Kay's no criminal. She helped us catch the bad guys loads of times.
Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... It's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young. But, circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough.
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
The prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. Time is oh so precious, and we have so little of it. There are so many other cases. I'm sorry. But you understand, of course, don't you? All right, Miss Kay Faraday. Time to come along quietly.
Yes, sir.
You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell you.
To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It is an act so brazen a hearing won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this, detective?
Yeah. So either Kay goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge? What the heck am I supposed to do?
You'd use his badge to shield yourselves? Oh, how the committee has fallen. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal.
Your contrition has been noted, Miss Faraday, and will be conveyed to the Goddess of Justice. What in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted was to be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, my fate is tied to that of this one tiny badge. Tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Who am I kidding? There's nothing to weigh up here.
I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Judge Cavell, a moment, please. Yes? What is it? Your badge? What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I am a prosecutor no longer.
Mr. Edgeworth!
What are you doing? Miles Edgeworth, explain yourself right now. You're giving it all up? Just like that?
W. Edgeworth, let's go. What a Chad.
You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding. Please. If you're not a prosecutor anymore, then what does that make me?
I have one duty and one duty alone, to pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. I won't let my search for the truth end here.
Are you running away from the Von Karma? From me?
Say what you will, Francisca. You won't change my mind.
So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this. Never! No. No! This is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me.
Wait, Kay! Don't go! You stay right where you are, Detective.
But sir!
I'm not a prosecutor anymore.
Don't say that! Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth! Hello, I'm always there, right by your side!
There's no need for you to do that now, Detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can. Well now, this is no good, is it? We let a dangerous criminal run free. I try and try, and yet, it's never enough. There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far. She'd better not. I'd be very disappointed in you if she does.
The power stance is crazy.
Kay! She's not here either. Where are you?
Why does he look like that? How did you get in here? Knockity knock knock. Special visitor.
Bender.
Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? You won't earn yourself too many admirers looking like that.
What are you doing here? Has something happened?
Has something happened, he asks. I'll say. It's been all over the news. Murder in the committee chamber? I'll call that a happening, all right. And what with your hearing being today, I thought, well, I couldn't help wondering if you were involved.
They're reporting it on the news already.
Heck yeah, a dead lawyer, a young woman on the run, they're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff, but compelling too, I gotta admit. So, you gonna give me the lowdown or what?
Well, actually...
Whoa, maybe warn a guy before blowing his mind next time. Things are even crazier than I thought.
This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone and without her memory.
Not to mention being the suspect in a murder. That definitely doesn't make things any easier. Where the heck has she had gotten to? You sure she doesn't remember Zip?
I thought she might have come here, but...
No look, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Sounds like she thinks she's done you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you any more trouble by rocking up on your doorstep.
You'd think I don't know that, but I'm out of places to look.
Hey, take a chill pill, compadre. This isn't like you. You're wound up tighter than a clockwork monkey, which isn't a bad thing, necessarily. After all, it's even got you running from pillar to post looking to save an innocent from jail. Acting like the attorney I know you were born to be.
Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier, but that doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person.
Blow my mind twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but that's quite the bond that sprung up between the two of you. Enough to give me and your old man's a run for its money, even.
It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs.
You can say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You two make a great team. Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime's no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Connections like that don't grow on trees, I should know. Alright, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the street shouting her name. So why not go back to the source? Look into how she lost her memory in the first place. You just might turn up some clues that'll help narrow things down.
It's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building.
And that's where we're headed. Next stop, the big time. And maybe you could give your face the good news... on the way. Kay won't come frolicking back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that.
Very funny. Fender is truly a force of nature all on its own. All on his own. He's not an it. The sun sure set quickly. Not even a murder on the premises can make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? There's hardly anybody around, though. Guess we got the whole place to ourselves. The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to find out how she lost her memory. Earth to Miles, we got sleuthing to do. This rooftop paradise is all ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright? Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do.
Whee!
It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell.
Kay remembers standing beneath the cherry tree.
So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here.
Kay was pushed by a person in a red raincoat who had walked towards her from the concession stand.
The railing is chest high. You'd have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough, too.
Can I not check this trapdoor? Hello, Edgeworth, look down.
The beak and wings of a bird, and the body of a lion. I guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop haven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed. Almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. It looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the big building, but at the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai isn't on today!
Bro wants to watch the Steel Samurai so bad.
Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again.
What are you two doing up here?
Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in even more hot water?
You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine.
Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired?
As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs.
If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh, did something happen? Maybe I can help? How about an injection?
No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay.
Yeah, it did get kinda chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again soon.
Hey you! Yeah, you! How about some delicious Parting Clouds cotton candy to brighten your day? Parting Clouds? Is it named for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here? Our gimmick is, we take a normal serving of cotton candy and split it in half. Part it, if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. And we're laughing all the way to the bank. I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely.
Crazy.
Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Isn't that a horn on its forehead? So, it's a unicorn. No, that can't be right either. Unicorns don't have wings. What's this? There's a little plaque at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. It'll teach me to bother engaging with such things.
Bro has never heard of an alicorn in his life. No! I should have saved. Do I need to talk to Fender? Oh.
Eek! Oh, hi, Lucy.
Hi.
Kay.
Don't mind me. I was just lying in wait.
That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low.
Oh, yes, that.
In Save Scum We Trust, gotta remember that? True. Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of her supposed crime. Surely you understand that, even in your current state? On top of which, while you've been playing hide-and-go-seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you.
Are you mad at me?
Of course I am. Now what were you thinking, coming back here? Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness?
No! I came to try and help you get your badge back.
What?
I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could...
There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn.
Yippee! Hi, Kimono, how are you?
I couldn't be more certain now that you're the Kay I know so very well.
Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. I think Lucy sees her reflection in my phone that's on my windowsill, and she's kind of freaking out. But yeah, I'm doing good. How are you? Or no, never mind. You said good. I see. I'm glad you're doing good. Thank you for the lurk.
However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry.
2 Lucys,
Exactly. Lucy, it's you!
Seriously, Miles, you're killing me here. You were banking good guy points, and then you went and blew it by blowing your top. Good to see you, kiddo. Glad to see you're safe. Come on, bring it in.
Okay.
That's the spirit.
Not now, Fender.
Yeesh, I was just trying to lighten the mood.
Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down.
Ooh, mama. They're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down. And fast.
Indeed. It's only a matter of time before they find us.
Alright, first things first. Okay, you're sticking with us from now on. Capiche?
But I've caused you so much trouble already.
You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point.
You're throwing the kitchen sink at her, yeah?
Mr. Edgeworth!
Then it's settled. We're in this together like the 3 Musketeers. Miles here will be in charge of proving Kay innocent.
And I will, believe me.
So I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with this investigating. Okay, Kay?
Yes, of course.
Great. Now we gotta move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before we even started. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down.
Thank you, Fender. I'm sure I owe you more than I'll ever really know.
Oh, hi.
Thought she was gonna follow me.
I hope I've been of help to you so far. I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory.
How about we go over what you remember one more time?
Okay. I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain. Then I saw a person in a red raincoat. And then, they pushed me.
Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat?
This is technically aiding and abetting a fugitive and harboring a fugitive? True, but like,
I'm sorry. I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there is one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer.
The moon?
Yes, it's all very fuzzy, but it was in the exact same place it is right now, floating up there above the cherry blossoms.
So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder.
Kay saw the moon shining over the shoulder of the person in the red raincoat. It's in the same part of the sky tonight.
It's new information. I should keep it in mind.
How does that work, Kay?
I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory.
Riz, it could be the clue we need. Alright, just let it float at the top of your mind, and say whatever comes into your thoughts.
Alright. I'm seeing... It's very faint, but I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seats. And there's this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup. Not too thick, and it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. They're firm, but not too firm. And that's when a thought crossed my mind. I'm going to order another bowl.
A captivating memory, but sadly, one that has nothing to do with the case. You used to say you were the second great thief Yatagarasu, a noble outlaw dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that?
Oh! I think you're right! I was a noble!
Not a noble, Kay. A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there.
I was a noble!
Excuse me!
Oh my gosh.
Can't believe this thing's made the news already. How'd they do it, huh? Hey, think they're filming us from the chopper up there right now? Go check the TV for me, Mazzarino. Need to make sure they were catching my good side.
Now, at a time like this.
Okay, sir. I got you. As you can see, they're still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right, there have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation. Well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay and rosier.
We'll have to find a way to slip past the press.
I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Mazzarino, but I'm no spy.
Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate.
Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me.
Scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Looks like this is being broadcast live, which means we're looking at the big building in real time.
Does that mean we're on TV too?
I don't think so. The camera is far away enough and it's dark enough that I think we'll be safe for now. At least we'd better be. If Kay is spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it.
As you can see, they're still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right, there have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation.
So they're still working on the committee chamber. Reporter's right, you can see people moving around. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture, and I could use a certain piece of evidence to help me deduce exactly what. There's a contradiction here, hiding in plain sight.
50th floor, and then there's nothing in the viewing platform. Very sus. Very sus.
Question. How many floors does this building have?
Easy. 50, right? Kinda ironic that just a few feet above where the committee works its ugly little schemes is a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times.
But then, what's that dark space above the 50th floor?
The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute.
Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be located one floor below that. Clearly contradicting the supposed facts.
Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake.
Somehow, I don't think so. Call me crazy, but...
Yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor.
How? And that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love?
My heart! You didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay.
Good. Then perhaps we can take this more seriously instead.
Come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done.
It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes.
Alright, I'm gonna assume that's it. Yeah, okay.
You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I know, anyway. But for now, I'd better focus my powers of observation on the rooftop.
Do I give her something?
I'm gonna assume that doesn't do anything then.
Huh?
Guys,
The logic is killing me. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is there a 51st floor? I'm gonna keep trying until I get it right. Okay, I got it. I understand. Not really, but like, it's fine. The railing and the moon. See, I think it could have worked with where Kay was standing too, but whatever. Thinking back over what Kay has said. The person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over this person's shoulder, but when we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet Kay claims it's currently in the same spot in the sky as it was on the night of the incident. This throws the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really had been pushed over that railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did. It's possible that Kay didn't fall over the railing after all. Can I check the trapdoor, please? Please, 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 please. Ugh. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale.
But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it?
Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole.
The ground can open up like that? How?
My bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo. True, anything above 60 feet is certain death, absolutely. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something. Edgeworth, I have been standing here! Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. Bruh. What's this? Looks like a service hatch. Kay, do you think you might have fallen down here instead? Nah, you'd never be as clumsy as that.
I'm sorry. I just can't say one way or another.
My bad, kiddo. Just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know?
I don't? Never?
Well, maybe not never. If I told you to leap lyrically into my arms. Fender. Chill, Malzarino. Where's your sense of whimsy?
So, never then.
Ouch. Talk about a deep cut. Edgeworth hates him. Okay, is there still something at the tree? Oh, I don't believe there's any more to see. Cool. Thanks, Edgeworth. How was a whole floor between the 50th and viewing platform remained undetected all this time? You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. Chances of her falling 50 stories, surviving, and walking out of the hospital same day are astronomically low? Absolutely. That's precisely it. Things like stairs that are normally out in the open going unnoticed by people seems a bit implausible, which can only mean that the 51st floor is no ordinary floor and can't be reached by ordinary means.
Then we'll just have to reach it through extraordinary means, right?
I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for unconventional? Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps. Oh, a secret room! Now you're talking my language.
Let's go take a look.
Alright, there we go. What is this place?
Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom?
Whatever it is, I think we can safely say that it is where you fell. Go team! Strike one mystery off the list. Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoated figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things. Hey, can't a guy bask in a success for a second? So we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch on down and check it out. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here. It can't hurt to take a look. Yay! My lives are back. Let's go. Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth? Emma, what are you doing here?
I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on.
This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of a former superior of mine, We've also stood in court together.
The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off of the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit, and...
Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already?
Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. Not to do any schoolwork or anything, just some interpreting.
And shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around a crime scene? You probably have a better chance hitting the lottery twice in a row on leap year. That's crazy.
Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language after all.
That's not an actual language, Emma.
Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she?
Oh, shucks. Isn't that sweet, K-Meister? Your little friend is worried about you.
Oh, yes.
Who's this guy?
Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way around, I'll have you know. Eddie Fender, attorney at law and senior partner at Edgeworth & Co. Law Offices.
Edgeworth? So you are his assistant?
Wait, attorney?
Since when were you a defense attorney?
I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement.
Let's not sweat the details for now, yeah? First things first.
But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Really?
Oof, it's like I'm not even here.
What is this? Some kind of weird experiment?
Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there.
I agree. The police could be here any minute.
And who's this?
I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go.
Oh, alright. But you'd better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Attorney?
Trust me, I'll explain that too.
Okery-dokery-doo. Down the hatch we go.
Oh my gosh, I think I need to stop here. My voice is actually dead. Let me see if there's anybody we can raid to.